Welcome to the shit show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clots. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, what the fuck? And then 4 more days of increasingly stupid predicaments. Ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
Hello, hello. I know I don't do these as much anymore, but sometimes I just gotta, I don't know. So let's see, where should we start? Let's see, screen. Screen, just easier that way. And happy 4th of July to you, Bone. I figured I'd celebrate 4th of July for real quick by complaining about stuff I don't like. Use what's left of our First Amendment, you know. All right, start over here. So, let's see. I thought this was interesting. I know we're just hitting the ground running, aren't we? This white supremacist charge of federal assassination plot targeting officials. Okay. Starting off strong with that one, I guess. A member of the chat-based white supremacy group has been charged in an alleged plot to solicit the murder of federal officials. Whew. You about to celebrate 4th of July correctly. Including a senator and a federal judge. Well, you know what? Aim high, I guess. Through an online kill list. See, that's a big part of what went wrong here. Like, you don't put this shit online. You don't. Like, I feel like if you're putting it online like that, you're, I don't know. How the hell are you expecting to recruit help or something like this? I mean, generally, that doesn't work out. Hold on a second. But, Noah Lamb, age 24. I'll show you a picture of him in a minute. He looks a little older than 24. He looks closer to 34. So, like, not in a bad way, but he just don't look 24. Anyway, Noah Lamb, 24, was charged in federal court in Northern California with 8 counts, including soliciting the murder of a federal official and a conspiracy to assassinate federal officials. Is that not really kind of the same thing? I feel like they're just kind of adding on for the hell of it. Lamb, along with 2 other individuals, were charged last year in the conspiracy, allegedly helped create what they call the list, targeting perceived enemies of white supremacist accelerationism, I guess. An ideology centered around the belief that terrorism is necessary to ignite a race war that will create white ethno-state. Okay. The group, known as Terrogram Collective, includes a network of users and group chats on the private messaging platform Telegram. The group, which Lamb was allegedly a part of for several years, created the list and disseminated it to its members. So they were doing this for years, talking this shit for years. So I wonder what made them now think they were a threat. I do wonder. One of Lamb's responsibilities in the group, according to the charging documents, was to identify certain targets and find their home address and any other information that could be included in the kill list to help others find and target people on the list. Court documents say that the list included a U.S. senator described as anti-white, anti-gun, Jewish senator. I didn't really narrow it down, but okay. As well as federal judge who the white supremacy group saw as an invader from a foreign country, as well as someone they call first racial slur U.S. attorney. Yikes. Okay, I guess that's where that white supremacy part comes into play. Hi, Bone. The list would include photographs of the targets along with their names, addresses, sometimes the target's spouse. Court documents say, along with the image of a rifle and a short description of why the target should be assassinated. Lamb was arrested Tuesday, and the Justice Department is asking that he continue to be detained. Agents found white supremacist literature and gun parts with him. Well, unless he's been charged with a felony, I mean, having gun parts on you, it's not even the whole gun, it's gun parts. It's like, I don't know. They add that stuff in to make someone sound scary. White supremacist literature. I wonder what that entails. Like, do they make their own little pamphlets, or they have To Kill a Mockingbird and they just called it white supremacist literature? Like, I don't know. A lawyer for Lamb is not listed in the court records of the case. So I was curious to see what this guy looked like. So I went over here, and this is what he looks like. I don't know. He looks a little rough for 24. 34 maybe, but I don't know. It says he was just indicted on 8 counts, including 1 of conspiracy, 3 counts of soliciting murder of federal officers. Pretty much the same shit we just reviewed. Hit list of high-value targets for assassination. And he's from the U.S. Army. So I'm curious why they're showing this picture of this guy supposed to be Noah Lamb, but the guy's name tape says Haywood. So this guy's got a name badge or a name tape that says Haywood, which is not the same name as Noah Lamb. So I'm a little curious about that. So I don't know why this picture is here, because the name tape doesn't match what this says. So I don't actually know if that's him or not, to be honest. Let's see posts. Let's see if people are posting about this besides just that. They're saying that when they name you Noah Lamb, you have a strike against you from the start. His parents were probably fundamentalist Christians. I mean, I guess they could be, but I don't know very many fundamentalist Christians that are against Jewish people. So I don't know. Is this the same guy? I don't think it's the same guy. Huh? Well, this must be one of the things back a few months ago when I was talking about Telegram being forced to kind of hand over their records because they said illegal activities were going on. I guess this is one of the things they were looking to find. Or they're able to do God knows what. Well, anyway. So I thought that was interesting. I know this is not going to be a very nice, popular take, but yeah, some of this I actually kind of don't disagree with him. I mean, I don't know who these particular I don't know which senator they're talking about, and I don't know which U.S. attorney they're talking about, and I would not have referred to them as this. I feel like that's petty and unnecessary. But so it definitely make yourself, sound like a crazy ass racist when you write that kind of shit, and it makes it a little harder for people to take you seriously in what you're doing if you do that. So, but apparently, yeah, he'd been at this for years, and I find it a little surprising that they're only just now doing something about it. But I don't necessarily, as far as like, except for the racist parts of it, like I don't, I can relate. I mean, I don't do this, but like, I ain't mad at him, But anywho, let's go over here to the main news area that I complain and talk about. Betrayed. GOP representative torched after hospital in his district shuts down due to Medicaid cuts. I gotta admit, this is probably one of the ones they should not have fucked with, to be honest. This is gonna fuck up a lot of elderly and disabled people, and including veterans. Like, yeah, because I think veterans, get Medicaid as well as, like, sometimes VA benefits. Sometimes, if the VA gives them any benefits. Let's see. A rural clinic in Nebraska is shutting its doors after more than 30 years due to the mounting financial pressure and looming federal cuts tied to Medicaid. According to the report, Troy Bruntz, president and CEO of the hospital, noted that while the clinic has been a vital part of our mission to deliver quality health care close to home, the current financial environment, driven by anticipated federal budget cuts to Medicaid, has made it impossible for us to continue operating all of our services, many of which have faced significant financial challenges for years. Statewide advocacy groups have sharply criticized the potential Medicaid reductions tied to President Donald Trump. One Big Beautiful Bill Act, which passed the House Thursday afternoon, is on its way to the president's desk for signature. Healthcare advocates fear that the rural hospitals like this one could be forced to scale back services or even close when the new legislation, Medicaid cuts, take effect, which I'm told will be sometime in 2026. And the reason that they're doing that is because there is some elections that are going to be going on. And I think some senators and stuff are hoping to get reelected, so they don't want this to kick in until after they're reelected. So if you look on a list and find out who voted for this, I would encourage you to vote those people out. Let's see. The news report from Nebraska led a strong reaction on social media. Senator Bernie Sanders wrote on Twitter, while Republicans celebrate the passage of the largest Medicaid cut in history, the Curtis Medical Center in Nebraska announced it will shut down as a result of these horrific cuts. The first of many hospitals to close. This is a dark day for rural America and for our country. I'm inclined to agree. This fucking with people's insurance was probably a bad idea. Also, I think it's going to affect a lot of like retirement homes where old people go. So I think, yeah, it's going to cause problems there too, I think. Yesterday, a community hospital in southwest Nebraska announced it would be closing its doors. So, okay, we already read that, so I don't know why it's repeating that. As Dean of New York Congressional Delegation, I am once again urging my Republican colleagues from New York to reject this bill before it devastates our state's health care system and rips coverage away from 1.5 million New Yorkers. Democratic strategist Mary Manigoon, you know what? I don't know how to pronounce that. Manjuian? You know what? Whatever. The devastation to the rural health care from this horrible bill is something that people really aren't prepared for, I fear. So, I feel like shit's about to get absolutely really worse. And yeah, I think this is one that should not have been fucked with like this. All right, next article. Plantier poses a grave threat to Americans, says former U.S. Secretary of Labor. I agree. Plantier is going to be a massive, like, surveillance thing. It's, ooh. This is, all right, so let's see. Former U.S. Secretary of Labor Robert Reich, I assume that's how you pronounce that, could be wrong, recently wrote in The Guardian that Plantier Technologies is a grave threat to Americans. This is because he believes that at the center of a dangerous mix that involves artificial intelligence, military power, mass data collection, and growing influence from tech billionaires who do not support democracy. Interestingly, it was reported earlier this year that Plantier was chosen by Trump's administration to help collect and combine huge amounts of personal data from agencies like the IRS, Department of Defense, and Homeland Security. Trust me, it'll be used on you too. They've even talked about wanting to, get the names of people who talk shit about Trump. Regular, everyday people. That's creepy as fuck. Like, that's not appropriate for any president. Like, people would be absolutely rioting the streets if Joe Biden had come out and said that he wanted to use this to find out who was talking shit about him. Like, Interestingly, it was reported earlier this year that Palantir was... Oh, I already read that part, sorry. As a result, Reich warns that AI-powered super database could be used to go after immigrants, punish political opponents. I can guarantee that's already about to happen. And spy on everyday Americans, all under the name of government efficiency. Reich compares Palantir to the Palantir in The Lord of the Rings, a powerful object used to twist reality and manipulate people. I didn't watch Lord of the Rings, but hopefully somebody else gets that reference because I don't. Palantir's software already helps the military and law enforcement analyze personal data. And its CEO, Alex Karp, has said that the company's mission includes disrupting institutions, scarring enemies, and even eliminating them. Well, fuck. That's not good. The Reich's biggest concern is who is guiding it. Peter Thiel, Palantir's co-founder and biggest investor, helped Trump pick government advisors, many of whom work for him. Thiel has said that he prefers politics of the 1920s, a time before women's voting rights and social programs, which Reich sees as a clear rejection of modern democracy. He believes that people like Thiel are using their money and power to reshape the government in a way that benefits themselves, not the public, by helping Trump build tools that could silence critics and control the population. I agree. This is something nobody should be able to do. However, it is worth noting that Robert Reich served as a Democrat and likely has some bias. After all, it's not like the Democrat Party itself is free of faults. Well, true that. Indeed, in the candid 3-hour interview with Joe Rogan Experience earlier this year, CEO Zuckerberg criticized Biden administration for pressuring Facebook to censor COVID-19 content, even content that was true, while also admitting that his company went too far in complying with censorship demands, especially around the 2016 election. So, things are just getting fucking worse. Really, they are. All right. Close that one down. All right. So Iran threatens to release 100 gigabytes of Trump's aid emails. Man. Well, damn it, Iran. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Holy shit. I encourage anybody to release private emails that deal with our politics like this. Absolutely. Let's suck and see it. I want to know it. An Iran-linked hacking group has threatened to release a batch of emails that it said is stolen from from President Donald Trump, longtime aides, including advisor Roger Stone. You know his shit's fucking weird. That guy, if I remember correctly, this guy has a fucking tattoo of Nixon on his back. This dude is kind of fucking wild. And White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles. Reuters reported Monday that a cyber attack group that hacked the president's campaign in 2024 claimed it had roughly 100 gigabytes of emails it could leak. I remember they're talking about there being a hack and stuff in 2024 going after his emails, and then nobody talked about it for a while. Interesting. So I don't know why they haven't done anything by now. The hackers, operating under the pseudonym Robert, did not provide any information about the content of the emails or why they plan to release them, or when they plan to release them, according to a news agency. The group previously released some emails in the lead up to the U.S. president election last year. Well, I must have missed that because I didn't get to see any of it. In online chats with Reuters, they said they had emails from accounts from Trump's attorney, Lindsay Halligan, and Stormy Daniels, the adult actress, who it was revealed was paid $130,000 to sign a non-disclosure agreement about her affair with Trump. They made a weirdly big deal about that. You pay hookers. That's kind of what people do. So it's kind of wild that they went so crazy over that. Like, there's so much other worse things to worry about. But anyway, a hostile foreign adversary is threatening to illegally exploit purportedly stolen and unverified material in an effort to distract, discredit, and divide. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency said late on Monday. Well, I mean, might be worth seeing still. So I would love to see that. I think they should be about it, not talk about it. But if they stole it last year and they've just been kind of ho-humming and threatening, I don't think they have anything that good. Because I don't think I could sit on it for that fucking long if I had that. Oh, my eye. Sorry, I got smoke in my eye. Ooh. All right, next article. When I tell you the fucking audacity of this one, Obama and Bush unite in rare move against Trump. You gotta be fucking kidding me. These two are fucking war criminals. Ganging up on a third war criminal? Because really that's what it's coming down to. How the fuck does Obama and Bush think they have any room to talk to anybody about anything? They've got to be fucking kidding. Jesus. Former Presidents Barack Obama and George W. Bush have joined forces to shoot down President Trump's colossal mistake to shutter the U.S. agencies for international development. Ugh. Well, I must admit, if Bush and Obama are worried about this, I would almost, you know, I might encourage it just because I love seeing trashy people fight each other. I love it. The Trump administration cut around 90% of the USAID's foreign aid contracts during Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency rampage back in February. Musk oversaw the depletion of the workforce from 10,000 to less than 300. Damn. The agency will be absorbed by the State Department, where it will be replaced by a new organization called America First. That's probably code for Israel First, to be honest. In a farewell video message to staffers on Monday, the USAID, last day before it folded into the State Department, the two presidents decried its treatment by Trump. The nerve they're complaining about anything. This fucker right here has done more drone strikes on civilians than any other Nobel Peace Prize winner ever. Okay? So he can go fuck himself. And this one can definitely go fuck himself as well. Because, like, oh, hi, Sashi. Lots of hugs to you. Because let's not forget this idiot right here, Bush, is responsible for like 1 million people dead in the Afghan-Iraq situation. And this fucker, yeah, his stupidity helped lead to ISIS getting stronger. You know, and their stupid shit they did with Gaddafi. All three, none of these people have any room to fucking talk about anything. All right, next article. 200 Marines among those sent to Florida to help ICE. I'm sorry, but doesn't that involve having the federal military acting in a law enforcement capacity, which is supposed to be against the Posse Comitatus Act of 1780 something, because it's hard to remember everything. The Trump administration is sending 200 Marines to Florida to aid federal immigration and custom enforcement officers, according to the statement by the Northern Command, U.S. Northern Command. The deployment is part of a broader push by the administration to ramp up deportations using active duty troops. Early this year, Trump deployed some 4,000 National Guard personnel and 700 Marines to California under a law known as Title X, which sounds like bullshit, really, which allows troops to be used as to protect federal property and personnel. Last month, the Pentagon announced that it had planned to send another 700 troops to Florida, Louisiana, and Texas to help immigration officials with logistics and administration support. You know damn good and well, Marines are not used for administrative support. That's what they use the Air Force for. Like, I'm sorry, but fucking no. You know? Oh, hello, Brett. How are you? Hiya, Maura and everyone. Happy Colonizer Day. Right. Yeah, hello to you. And, well, you're in Canada, so I'm sure y'all have your version of Colonizer Day, too, as well. But hugs to you, though. Glad to have you here. But, yeah, they're just like, oh, they're just going to help with logistics and administrative support. You do not bring Marines for this. You do not bring in Marines for that. No. You do it because they're fucking crazy and they'll kill anything that moves. That's why you bring Marines in. In a statement released Thursday, the U.S. Northern Command said that among those 700 troops will be 200 Marines from the Marine Corps Air Station New River in North Carolina. The U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement will determine what the Marines will do and where they work. There are already approximately 100 National Guard personnel assigned to Florida Immigration Detention Center that Trump calls Alligator Alcatraz, which is some fucking asshole fucking shit. And wait till you see a tweet I saw about this fucking mess. Our Colonizer Day was a few days ago. Oh, July 1st. Well, all right. Happy belated Colonizer Day to you then. I am sorry I missed that. So, lovely. But I don't know if y'all ever heard of Laura Loomer, but Laura Loomer is this weird ass chick that she actually looked better before the plastic surgery, but now she's got this weird fucking face. And she has been so desperately trying to get on Trump Jr.'s dick. Like, for the longest time. Like, I think he had her as a side piece and then kind of tossed her aside. And she has been absolutely pick me in the worst way fucking possible. So, that is Laura Loomer. She is a fucking nutcase. Let's look at this. All right, so this crazy bitch tweeted, "Alligator lives matter. The good news is alligators are guaranteed at least 65 million meals if we get started now." The problem with that is that pretty much 65 million on the dot is actually the Latino population of the United States. That's not illegal immigrants. That's the Latino population in general. Nuki, be quiet. Sorry, my cat's still whining. So someone was, saying this, and she's like, there are 65 million illegal aliens in the United States. Nice try, though. No, there's not. All right, the total number of unauthorized aliens in the United States is estimated to be around 11 to 12 million. So that 65 million ain't it. That 65 million is the entire Latino population. I think it's like 65 million point 3 or some fucking shit. But you get what I mean, though. Laura Loomer is a fucking psychopath. And I don't know what it is. And I don't know what it is about some of these Republican women. Which it's weird for me to say, but some of the ones, when they get, the higher up they get in the hierarchy of fucking crazy, the more Botox and filler they put in their face. It's weird. I don't know what the deal is, but they do. Hello, Miracombe Blues. Miracombe? Well, hello, Blues. How are you? But yeah, she is kind of a nutcase because honestly, I don't know. Wanting alligators to eat people, it's kind of, I don't know. I feel like low key, she's kind of hinting at just wiping out the Latino population. And anytime crazy shit goes down, it never stops at just one. And oh, hi, Ren. How are you? Welcome. Like, she's got a bunch of shit on her Twitter that is just unhinged. Okay, that part I actually agree with that part. Who else? What the fuck? Who the fuck is calling me? Girl, I'm literally live streaming right now. Well, meow. I can talk to you in a few minutes, though. Oh, shit. Well, I'll talk to you in a little bit, though. Meow. Okay. All right. Lots of hugs. Meow. All right. All right. Here she says, who else thinks it's time to investigate the Clinton Foundation? Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. The Clintons are fucking psychopaths. Oh, yes, I agree with that. So it's one of the few things I probably do agree with her on. Let's see. A beautiful picture of Vice President Trump and President Putin. That doesn't even. Is she high? Let me look at this again. Okay, I'm not tripping, right? Like a beautiful picture of Vice President Trump and President Putin. What a fucking strange ass thing to say. I don't understand her thought process here. Clearly, that's not either. So I don't get this. Like, I'm sure it's some kind of clever joke or something, but I'm not getting it. Let me see what else silliness she's got. Oh, wait a minute. This is for 2024 now. So I guess, like, unless I sign in, which, I mean, I can sign in, but I guess it's some of her tweets are probably not public, I guess, maybe. But that's still a fucking weird thing to write. I don't get that at all. But moving on to the next thing. But I don't know. Well, actually, I still can't really let that go. Hold on. I have a sound clip for this kind of thing, actually. Because she's talking about wanting to basically kill off an entire population of people. So I made sure I had a video just for that sort of thing.
Nobody's talking about extermination.
No one ever talks about it. They just do it.
You know, I'm sorry, but I just feel like I've got a phone call. Why does everybody call me when I'm live streaming? God help me. It might be important. Hold on. What's up, kiddo? Okay. I don't mind. I guess just call and ask Chris. I'm live streaming at the moment. Well, he'll probably know what vehicle he needs, and I'll take either. I don't care. So but he mentioned something about y'all coming home. I don't remember if he was asking when or if he needed something. I was like half listening, to be honest. All right. Yeah. All right. Sorry. The kid's borrowing my truck or our truck, and I didn't want. I was afraid that maybe he had been in an accident or something. So I think it might be important to answer the call just in case. Anywho, all right. Anyway, so that bitch is crazy. But yeah, follow her on Twitter, though, so you can keep up with her crazy shit. Let's see. So last article, Kilmar Abrego Garcia alleges torture in El Salvador prison. Now, I do find this as a possibility because I had the misfortune of stumbling across some articles about the president of El Salvador, and that man is insane. He might actually just be as bad as Trump or worse. The guy's actually nuts. But I forget the guy's name, but he's easy to find. Just look up President of El Salvador. I Googled that and Trump together, actually. Anyway, so Mr. Garcia, the Maryland man whose mistaken deportation in March became a flashpoint in tension over the Trump administration's hardline immigration policy, was threatened and tortured at the notorious El Salvador prison. I believe it because everyone has talked about how infamous CCOT is. For those who want to Google CCOT, it's CECOT. So they call it CCOT. Anyway, Mr. Garcia was removed from the United States on March the 15th as part of a mass deportation order by the Trump administration, despite the 2019 federal court order that protected him from being deported to El Salvador. The administration opposed multiple court orders to take steps to facilitate Garcia's return, despite initially calling for his deportation an administrative error, prompting legal scholars to sound alarms over the possibility of a constitutional crisis. Administration's officials have accused Garcia of being affiliated with the M13 gang without providing proof. Well, it's possible that he might have been part of that gang when he was very young and wanted to get out of that gang life and come to somewhere safer so he wouldn't be killed. That is a possibility. Garcia and his family have denied the allegations, saying that he fled El Salvador because of gang violence. I believe it. Last month, it was revealed that Garcia had returned to the United States, but that Trump administration was bringing criminal charges against him related to the transportation of undocumented immigrants, a move Garcia's lawyers call preposterous and abuse of power. Let's see. Some of the stuff they said was done to him. Let's see. When he and other people got there to CCOT, they were told, "Welcome to CCOT. Whoever enters here doesn't leave." Garcia was then forced to strip, issued prison clothing, and subjected to physical abuse, including kicked in the legs with boots, struck in the head and arms, making him change clothes faster. I believe it because even our jails here in Oklahoma would treat people like that. So if Oklahoma will do it, I have no doubt CCOT does that too. No doubt. There's a reason why it's called a dangerous and infamous prison. Okay. They said the next day it said that he had visible bruises and lumps all over his body. Garcia and 20 other people being held at CCOT were forced to kneel for approximately 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. with guards striking anyone who fell from exhaustion, according to documents. In that time, Garcia was denied access to the bathroom and soiled himself. I wouldn't doubt it. I really would not doubt it. And I'm basing that partially on the stuff I've heard about CCOT before this. And also, again, one of the worst jails that we have in the United States is here in Oklahoma City. And this is kind of stuff that they let happen. Let's see. While at CCOT, prison officials repeatedly told plaintiff Garcia that they would transfer him to the cells containing gang members who they assured would tear him apart. Lovely. Garcia suffered a significant deterioration in his physical condition, losing 31 pounds in the first 2 weeks he was there. That part I have a little harder time believing, just a little bit, just because it's difficult to lose 31 pounds in 2 weeks. I don't doubt that he probably lost 31 pounds in like 3 or 4 weeks. I wouldn't doubt that, but 2 weeks sounds a little tight. But still, that's still a significant amount. And the U.S. federal judge has ruled that Garcia could be released from U.S. custody while awaiting trial for criminal charges that Trump administration has filed against him. But his attorney expressed concern that the administration would try to deport him again if he was to be released. They might. So, yeah, shit's very fucked up. Brett says, "How dare you be so logical?" Looking at this news, someone's got to be, because goddamn. But that sorts it out for today. I had a, yeah. It's all so insane, the whole thing. Honestly, like I wish I could get money together faster because I want to put my house into probate, and you got to pay the lawyers like $4,000 or $5,000 up front. They said the lawyers actually said would be, because I want to sell the house so I can have the money to get the fuck out of the country. So I'm thinking Ireland would be a good place to go. The cost of living is a little fucked up, but like, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's safe to be in America anymore, to be honest. And that's why I want to sell my house. But I got to put it to probate and all this other silliness first. And they said that if I sign an agreement with the lawyers that I would put the house up for sale, they do it in such a way that I could sell the house while it's in probate. And then, promise sell it as soon as I can within 90 days. They would basically give me a line of credit so I don't have to pay them $4,000 or $5,000 up front. But they do want $500 up front. But I still don't have that. So I'm like, fuck. Plus the idea of having to pack up 20 years of memories in 90 days sounds tough. Like, damn. So I don't know if I can do that. It would have to be a slower thing to do. But anywho, yeah, I definitely I think it would be good to have what's holding me back here so I can leave the country as quick as possible if something goes down, because they want to be able to start punishing people for criticizing as well. And I do criticize, and they're gonna look back at all my fucking live streams and see the stuff I've said, and gonna be like, "Yo, let's get her." Like, let's see here, like this kind of shit right here. Hi, Bob. Department of Justice, and this was dated May the 7th. But it says Department of Justice opens door to stripping citizenship over politics. I mean, we're already on that slippery slope. We're already on our way to doing exactly that. I mean, I won't probably be one of the first people, because I've got a small channel and doesn't do a lot of reach. So they probably don't see me as much of a threat right now, but they'll still punish people for it. Bob, get off of there. Sorry, my cat. Anyway, so yeah. Anyways, thank you for coming by and visiting me. I shall play our little song, and I don't know. I'm hoping to see you in a few days, because I need to find another platform, because Cosme doesn't work for me anymore. Apparently, I'm blocked from using it. It's weird. I tried to sign in, and it told me that basically my Google was blocked from that site, which is super fucking weird. That's where we would watch our movies and stuff. So now I have to find another place where I can drop a link and y'all can come into a little theater and watch movies with me. So I'm going to have to find something else. Anyways, lots of loves and hugs, and here's our little song.
Welcome to the ship show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery, 'cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clots. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant